Now, a confident person is a confident person, and you can smell it from a mile off. Like when you see a confident person, you just know. You know, these people know what they're doing. Like they may be telling you absolute garbage, they may be lying through their teeth, but the way they lie to you is with such conviction that you're like, yes, I want to be just like you when I grow up. However, you find that a lot of people are very confident in their real lives, in their homes, but when it comes to the workplace, ah, ni kukosa kwasa tu huko. You are just shaking in your boots, 24/7. Why? Because it feels like you have so much to lose. You feel like you have so much that is reliant on you acting right, being this cookie cutter version of you in order for you to maintain your job. So then the question becomes, how do you get confidence, even the same confidence that you have for telling your husband, nilikwambia uweke hii bulb au kuweka hii bulb, unataka tufanye nini? The
Niite
same
baba yangu
confidence,
aweke.
thank you. The same confidence you have when you're telling your child, wewe nitakupiga urudi kwenye ulitoka, na unajua kwenye alitoka ni kwa tumbo yako. The same confidence you have when you're telling your cleaning lady or your house manager, nikifika hapa saa moja na sijapata chakula moto ama chai moto, tutakosana na utaenda kwenyu. That same confidence is what we need you to bring up at work. Like the way you deal with people in your life is the same way you need to deal with people at work. And how do you start this? Sometimes it's just as simple as feeling that energy of confidence, that aura of energy. You know, this one. See, if your husband, there's always a gesture that you pull when you're trying to ascertain and show dominance within yourself and within the spaces that you're in where you are 100% confident. So why not try and find that pose for yourself at work? What is it? How is it that you sit down at work that makes you feel like a powerful and confident person? How is it you stand as you're presenting? Someone said, this is so funny. You've seen the thing about posing at work, where you make yourself so big.
Power poses.
Like it's a power pose that you make yourself big such that even people need to move aside for you to fully be in that space, in that stance, in that space. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be as simple as applying yourself more when you are presenting. Why are you why are you umming and emming? Didn't you do this presentation? Didn't you come up with this presentation? It was you. You sat down, you came up with the stuff that needs to be, and now you are here umming and emming. No. When you're standing up to make a presentation, make sure your stance is right. Make sure you're wearing the right clothes for you to feel, sexy and confident. Do what you gotta do. Be the ambitious woman that is ready to take charge. And the only way you do it is you start by posing right, all right?
Exactly. Yeah. And also there is, when you're competent in something, when you're competent in a field, when you know, when you're knowledgeable, when you're masterful in an area, when you're the expert, trust me, you're going to be confident. When you can come in front of people and talk about something, and you're not guessing, you're not having to Google, you're not having to think about it, you know what you're talking about, there's confidence in that. And that's why it's so important for you to be prepared. Even in the workplace, even at home, even wherever you are, wherever you're going, always be prepared. Be prepared for the questions. Be prepared for what people are going to say. Be prepared to offer more knowledge. The more knowledgeable you are, the more confident you are. And also the delivery, because you could have all of this knowledge, but your delivery is just... And sometimes I get mad when I'm talking to somebody and they're like whispering or talking like they don't want to be there. I don't want to listen to you. If you start something, if you're even on a podcast and you're using, you're not confident, your voice is just, I am not tuning into that. And that is why you see a lot of famous or successful YouTubers, they're in your face, they're loud, they're confident, they're not skipping what they're saying because they're knowledgeable. They know how audiences react. They know how, even you, if you tuned into us and we were talking like we were shy, we're like, nothing. You've seen the pop the balloon Tanzanian edition. Hawajui Kizungu. They have no knowledge of the English, but the voice is up there, and that is why you tune in, because
you're failing
successfully. They do not know it, but they are loud about it, and you're so intrigued, you're so entertained, you're like, wow. Ain't nobody told them to stop. They're confident. They're confident about it. They know English is not my language. I thrive in Kiswahili, but I'm in a setting that requires me to speak English, so I will speak what I have. What I do not have, they will guess.
There are two women on my
That's
comment
crazy.
section right now. Kiswahili too.
Hey.
You know, when people write a whole paragraph in Kiswahili, you have to. Na Kiswahili ya Tanzania yo. You have to sit down first of all. You're reading one word a minute.
You tap
'Cause,
on
like,
see translation.
You know? One word a minute is how slow you are reading, because wow. But that is something that needs to be said. They are not saying, oh, I'm so sorry, acha niongelee kwa Kiswahili kidogo. This girl said, it's your comment section, but girl, do I care? I do not care. I am here to say what I want to say, and I will say it in the language. You know, speak, and speaking loudly, saying, oh, I think, but I know, but you know, I'm so sorry. Can I refer to Can you say it with your chest? Instead of saying things like, actually, I really like this quote. Instead of saying things like, I just wanted to add.
Add.
Girl, nobody
Whatever you're
care.
adding.
Nobody care when you're saying, I just wanted. You keep wanting, but say it correctly. You say it
Say
as
what
it
you need to
is.
say.
I would like to add. You know, there's a difference, even in the tonation, in the presence of my voice as I say, I'd like to add, versus, actually, I will add. I will. I am going to. That's it. You're willing that out of yourself, you know, just like confidence in how you speak. I am a victim of this, but like apologizing vehemently, consistently. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I needed to say, I'm sorry. Why am I sorrying? Who am I really even that sorry, to be honest?
In fact,
you know?
sorry, Nyanini.
Why am I sorry? You know? And adding so many filler words like, oh yeah, so like I would like why so many filler words? Can you say what you're saying and say with your chest? Huh? Confidence. How you say it. Speak like you mean it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And also keep practicing. I've seen somebody say, what is something you can do for attention while in your late 20s or early 30s, since you're not getting married? You can practice your skills.
Yes,
You
sir.
can go back to school and get a PhD, get a master's. You know, that gets you attention. Somebody said you can adopt a pet and, you know, make it your whole personality. But, you know, do something. Make yourself the center of attention in a positive way, okay? Don't be in people's business. Don't be too much in people's spaces. But just do something for yourself.
Yeah. And even something else that you actually find is that when you're sitting down with someone or when you're working with people who are very supportive in what you're saying, like they actually listen and they're like, yeah, give me more. Like they're very supportive in making sure that you are voicing your opinions. You tend to find that your voice grows. It becomes a lot more, you know, the practice comes naturally. You grow, you become a lot more confident. So also make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that support you and that are willing to listen to your opinions. Because oftentimes it is just that when you try to say something, someone is like, girl, wait, first of all, I actually wanted to see what Turi was saying. Hey, I'm right here. Why don't you want to hear what I'm saying? So make sure you're supporting yourself with this. And by the way, we don't mean an echo chamber. Like some people are just like echo chambers, yes men. No, that's not what you need. You need people who actually do support you and listen to you and critique you in the constructive way. You know what I mean? Constructive support, okay? See attitude, hey, yeah, you say that, you tell them. And that time you're saying nothing. Find good support. That about wraps up our show. There is so much to be said today. The week is still very young, so we will keep you updated on all things politics and all things manda as we figure it out as well, because we're all just trying to figure it out as well. But either way, stay safe. Please stay safe. Please remember, tomorrow is another day where you get to vote. And the more of us that are there, the better for all of us. My name is Kathobi. See you tomorrow.
My name is Turipe. See you tomorrow.